And so eventually you get to the point, we all do, where we just want to either literally or physically just sit down and say, that's it. I give up. I give up, God. And even Elijah said, take my life. And so in some ways we say, Lord, take our, you can have all this spiritual stuff. It's not working out. It's not worth it. I give up. And so, think about a time in your life that's happened to you. And we're going to talk more about that in a moment. But then also, let's not get stuck there. Let's not stay seated for long. On that camping trip, eventually I said, okay, I'm the father, I'm the dad here. I have to get up and protect this family, or my kids at least from getting wet. So I had to get up out of this chair and rediscover, that this can be an incredible time. But first of all, I got to keep the family dry, and I have to get outside in the rain and lightning and put that tent back together the way it's supposed to be. And so the first step was to get up after I had, talked myself into it. And so that's what we need to do with our spiritual lives. We need to be able to get up out of our chair. And then what God's asking us to do when we're feeling that way, when we're feeling like we're ready to throw in the towel in our spiritual lives, the discipleship is too hard. The evil one is chasing us too much. And I just want to give up. God's saying, hey, get up out of your chair. I'm about to pass by. I'm about to do something great, in other words. And here's how I want you to, or here's what I want you to do. I want you to get up and go back to where you came from. And so what does that really mean for us? And what I think it means is that in order to get out of this spiritual drought or funk that you're in or that I'm in, we need to remember, to go back, we need to remember a time in our life where God did something incredible for us. And so think about a time where you saw God act in your life. Not always is it going to be something, so incredible like Elijah did, where you're going to see, a physical form of God's miracles. Not always is it going to be a time where you saw somebody healed miraculously. Not always is it going to be, some time where somebody was revived that you thought they were dead. But all of us have times in our life where if we think about it, we can think back to where God was incredible to us or around us or for us. And then if you can't take yourself there, then we need to rediscover that God's incredible in some other way. And so maybe this is the first time you're hearing anything about God, or maybe you just can't think about you can't think of a place to go back. Then you need to go and rediscover God in your own way this week. You need to go out and see, or put yourself in a position to where you can see this incredible God. One thing you can do is tonight when you go home, go out and look up into the sky. Our kids for Bible school this week, they're going to be, the theme for Bible school is Galactic Blast. And so, it's going to be astronauts and stars and moons and planets and all, exploration. Space exploration is the theme. So go home tonight, look up in the sky. When you see all those stars and you see, the vast universe that God created, that's pointing towards an incredible God. And so you don't have to have like a miracle that's happening right in front of you or that you can remember back to, but there's many ways that you can find out and find how this God is incredible for us. And so the answer is not just to stay seated. The answer is not to throw in the towel. The truth is we are going to have times in our life where we're frustrated, where we're worn out, where it seems like the evil one is pursuing us and nobody else, and we just want to say, what's the point of all this? And then the answer is that God is saying to us, get up. Go back to the way you came and rediscover that I'm incredible. And so get up, go and do that, physically or, figuratively this week, and rediscover that the God that we are pursuing is an incredible God. And He's so incredible, He doesn't stop pursuing us. And so I want to stop there for a moment and pause and let you think about that for just a second. And then we're going to ask a couple of these questions here on the discussion guide, because I think it's crucial that we're able to do this. The first question that we have that I want everyone to think about is, can you point to a time in your life where you have felt like throwing in the towel? And just to get you started thinking, it doesn't have to necessarily be spiritually, like throwing in the towel on God, but maybe it's something like my camping trip where we were ready to give up, or maybe it's something with your job. Or if it is about God, that's even better yet. At a time where you were ready to throw in the towel, can anybody anybody think of any? Go ahead, Bo.
Well, what happened to us that passed too much? It makes you want to just give up. And you hope, it's a rough thing, but that's the way I felt about it myself. I just felt like throwing the towel.
Throwing the towel.
But you're here, Bo, so we know you haven't given up, right?
Yeah. I probably would have if it wouldn't be for friends.
And so Bo is saying, that the difficult time that they're going through, just in the recent months, without God and without his friends, he would definitely feels like he would throw in the towel and say, "What's the point of all this?" Anybody else want to add anything? That's a powerful.
There's been several things with me, and there've been probably several times that I've said, over the last 17, 18 years, I've been by myself, basically. And it gets tough. But I just know that there were times when I just said, God, take over. I can't do this myself. And here I am, too. So it happens quite frequently.
Yeah, it does. And it happens to all of us. We all have felt